has already
2025.
come to an end by the time we'll probably post this episode.
Yeah. So 2025 is over. For us right now, it's over in about 13 days. Um, Jess and I decided to kind of go through our top five albums or EPs that were released this year. And we're also going to go through our year in review that YouTube Music does and kind of give you some insights to what we've been listening to.
Yeah, since we listen mostly on YouTube and not Spotify.
Spotify supports AI artists.
It's true.
Not
It's
cool.
true. I just don't listen on Spotify because I can listen on YouTube for free.
Yeah. So, should we start with our top five albums and EPs?
I think we should start with the top five albums. Yes.
All right.
Who
You
wants to
should go
go
first since I
first?
literally just put mine together
Fine,
before you
I'll
hit
go
record.
first. Well, my top five albums starts with a double whammy technically because, you got Silverstein released two albums in 2025, but we're just gonna say it's one whole giant album. Anti-Bloom and Pink Moon.
Now, would you be shocked to know that that's not on my top five?
I am shocked to know that's not on your top five since Silverstein's your favorite band,
They are not on
but
my
they're not
top
your
five.
favorite album.
Not with what I've been listening to this year, no.
This is true. You have been listening to a lot different stuff.
Do still love Silverstein. Everybody listening, they're still my favorite pretty much. Um, so why the Silverstein albums? I'm curious.
I don't know. I've been on like a Silverstein kick lately. I went to that show, and with the 25 years of noise, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. And I mean, that was just such a great show. So ever since they started releasing those albums, I was like hooked. I don't know. Silverstein's just one of those bands that they changed things, but not too drastically to the point where you're like, what the heck is this crap? You know?
Silverstein has always been Silverstein, every single album. Arrivals and Departures was a bit of a departure, but
No
yeah,
pun intended.
yeah, no, a little bit intended,
A little bit
a
intended.
little, but yeah, no, um, solid albums.
I wish I had put together a little more and like, talked about songs I liked from those albums, but I fail. I did
Yeah,
not do
I didn't
that.
do that either, so it's okay.
That's
Um,
okay, but that's in my top five. That's my first one in my top five.
all right. Why don't you just run through your five and then I'll go through mine.
Yeah, you wanted me to just do that?
Yeah, let's
Just
do that.
who knows? Maybe there'll be a double. Probably
Yeah,
not,
maybe.
but you never know. On my next list, my next one on my top five is Hot Milk Corporation POP. But
Another
that's
great
that's
one.
that's because, I've been on a hot milk kick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Chris, for getting me into hot milk, even though technically you didn't get me into them right away.
Also, a great album, not on my top five.
It's a good album. Uh, I think a lot of people actually were surprised at that album when it came out though, because it was a little different than the stuff they've been
Hmm.
putting out. And I thought the same thing when I first listened to it, but then a lot of the songs started growing on me more because that happens with me sometimes when I listen to a new album of a band. I'll be like, "Ooh, they kind of changed it a little. I'm unsure of this." But then the more I listen to the album, then I start liking it more. It's happened to me with Story of the Year before, so I mean, but that was forever ago. And I was not in love with In the Wake of Determination when it first came out. It was like heavier than Page Avenue. But it grew on me, and now it's one of my favorite albums. I mean, I love every Story of the Year album, but we're not talking about Story of the Year. We're talking about my top five albums of 2025 of the
Yeah, I
last
mean,
year.
you could talk about Story of the Year if we talked about singles that were released.
Yeah, I could if it was singles we were talking about, but we're not talking about that. So next on my list is Dayseeker, Creature in the Black Night. And I mean, I finally saw Dayseeker for the first time live when they played with In This Moment. And that was who I was really excited to see when I went to that show. And that album came out last year and I was like, "Oh, yay, I get to go see that." And yeah, my husband's been really stuck on them now too. Ever since going to that show and he has a coworker that's been like really into the song Pale Moonlight.
Hmm.
And yeah, so now my husband's stuck on Dayseeker, but that album's phenomenal. It's a great album. But then on my next one is someone we had on the podcast last year,
Hmm.
which is Haunter, which is actually an EP. They're a Game Boy EP, which I love the Game Boy song. It's a great title track for that EP.
It really is. And we do have a crossover.
Yeah, is that on your list?
Yep.
I wondered if that was the EP you were talking about.
No, there's a different EP I was talking about.
Oh, well, so you have two EPs then, just like me. But my list is actually longer than five, technically. I cheated. I couldn't not put in some honorable mentions. Come on. But yeah, no, that whole EP was great and we got to listen to it before it even came out, which was nice. But yeah, Haunter's doing great things. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see what they're producing in 2026. I know they're playing a lot more shows, which
Hmm.
is good. They're getting more out there. So hopefully maybe they'll do some like touring or something, but I'm not sure how that'll work. If they do, they better come to Wisconsin or at least close. At least come up to like Northern Illinois. And I know you wish they would come to Syracuse, but or close to
I don't wish
Syracuse.
Syracuse upon anybody.
Nah, I
But
know you
yes, I
don't.
wish people would come play here, but I don't wish it upon anybody.
Come play, but don't stay.
Yeah.
Play and
Play
don't
and get the
stay.
hell out.
GTFO. GTFO. And then Set It Off. Set It Off is on my list. They would technically be number five, I guess, but technically number six since Silverstein had two albums. But it's their self-titled Set It Off. It's it's different than a lot of the stuff they've been putting out over the years. And but it's a good comeback CD because they were like they kind of took a little bit of a hiatus for a little bit. I know you don't like Set It Off though.
No,
Chris is unfortunately not a Set It Off fan.
I've tried.
I've loved them for years. So I mean, I love Cody's like craziness on stage and how passionate he is in his music and his writing and stuff. But yeah, that new record of theirs, another phenomenal record, at least to me it is. Maybe not to you, since you probably didn't even listen to it because you don't
Nope.
like them. But and then I had to mention another EP that came out for another band that we recently had on the podcast, Hit the Lights.
Hmm.
Hit the Lights, Tomorrow's Gonna Hurt EP. I don't know. And then I saw them live not long after we had Omar on, and it was like I just loved I loved it. It brought me back to the old days. Like the last time I saw them, I swear it was like '07, I think. It might have been maybe I saw them at Warped Tour after that, but I don't think I have any pictures. I'd have to look back at my Warped Tour picture CDs I have. But yeah, no, that EP is so phenomenal too, as well. I'm using the word phenomenal a lot, but it is a phenomenal EP. I can't help it. Like it's only, an EP, but it's definitely like you can see, you can hear Hit the Lights, like old school Hit the Lights in those songs, and then also hear like how they're progressing in the scene now and coming back into the scene. And I can't wait to hear more. I mean, Tomorrow's Gonna Hurt, that song on the EP, that's one of my favorite ones. I like that song. That's one of my favorite songs. But yeah, that's my top seven technically, if you're counting.
Who's counting, counting?
I don't know. What's your top five?
All right, so the first one on my list is a band that we had on, and it is the EP 7 by Deadlands.
Okay, yep, yep.
I played the heck out of that EP when it came out over and over and over again. Um, Not a single song on there that I skip. Um, of course, we talked about Game Boy by Haunter. My next one is Black Magic by Royale Inn. So nice, interesting crossover between country and metal that she blends, and it just works with her voice. It just works perfectly. Um, I'm just gonna fly through mine. Um,
Yeah, you're just flying on
just gonna
through.
fly through. Recently got into this band. I didn't have the chance to go see them when they played Buffalo. But the album "The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still" by Hot Mulligan. There's a couple songs on there that got me into them. And
What
then
got you into them?
what got me into them?
Yeah, because I've tried listening to them and I don't know, his voice, it's so like rough that
It is
I
rough.
just don't I don't like the grittiness.
Well, the voice goes back to like really that really raw late 90s
Hmm.
emo. Almost like Get Up Kids a little bit, maybe. It's rougher than Get Up Kids too.
Yeah.
Um,
I've had a hard time getting into them though.
Honestly, what got me into them is that Cassie's got them playing repeatedly, and so I've
Oh,
gotten
so
used to
you've
it.
been like, forced to
I've been
upon.
Taking Back Sunday,
Yeah, Taking Back Sunday like I was, except I still don't like Taking Back Sunday.
but it wasn't like she was like, "Oh, you're gonna like them," and she just had them on, and I got used to it. Um,
You got
and then
used to it.
yeah, and then finally,
Isn't that like gaslighting or something? Or like she
no,
waterboarded you with
she
Hot Mulligan?
waterboarded me with hot milk.
You've been waterboarded.
I've been waterboarded with hot mulligan. Um, and then finally we have There's a Whole World Out There by Arm's Length. Um, I got into them because they were on that tour with Hot Mulligan. I was kind of like, oh, I wish I could have seen and gone to that tour. And I listened to Arm's Length. And the song off of There's a Whole World Out There, the song Attic, is what got me into them, which is completely different than the rest of the album. That song is a lot lighter and just different than the rest of the album. But that's what got me into Arm's Length.
Yeah, I don't think I've really ever given Arm's Length a listen yet. I'm not sure. I feel like I might have heard a song, but it didn't really hit me. I'll have to take a gander, take a listen, and see if I like them at all. What song should I listen to, Chris?
Attic.
That's it? It said it's
That's
nothing like the rest of it though. Attic
Start
and
there.
what? Start
Start with
there.
Attic. Just start with Attic.
Start with Attic. Okay, I'll
Um,
try and give Attic a listen.
Otherwise, that album, The Wound, maybe.
The Wound.
Hmm.
I thought she said womb at first.
Yeah, The Womb.
The Womb.
That would be a great song. The Womb.
But yeah, that's our top five albums,
Now
or
let's
my
talk.
top seven
Yeah, we should
of
talk about.
2025. Can't wait to see what albums come out in 2026. I mean, I already know one of them is going to be Story of the Year's album, Arson. Uh, that comes out like February 13th, I believe.
Yeah.
But can't wait for February. Good start to the year, having a new Story of the Year CD come out. Are there any albums in 2026 you're looking forward to, Chris, that you can think of off the top of your head?
No, not really.
No.
I really don't pay attention to like, hey, we're planning on releasing an album kind of stuff. I just take it as I find it.
There is someone on Instagram that is releasing an album soon. Oh yeah, Normandy. Normandy has a new album coming out in 2026 that I'm super excited to hear. They've been pushing that. At least I think it's 2026. Not, yeah, I don't think they're releasing it. Yeah, I think it's in January. I think it's in January. So I'll be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah.
But
Let's jump
let's
into our
jump
YouTube
into our
music
YouTube
review.
music
Now,
recap.
now listen, I know you wrote it down. Did you write down how many total minutes you listened to?
I did not,
Oh,
but I think I have a screenshot of that
okay.
somewhere.
I am at 16,844.
Or I can always just open up my YouTube.
You could.
16,000. I think I think I beat you.
How many hours is 16,844 minutes? Well, divide by 60.
I don't
I can't
know.
do math.
You math, because I
Leave it
can't.
in the comments, everybody. I'm not going to look it up. Just leave it in the comments.
Oh, my recap's gone now. Can I look it
No, no,
up?
no. Click on your profile in the upper right corner.
Oh, there it is. I just want to view things. Does it just let me do that?
Yeah.
The summary?
Just click get your recap and then just hold your finger on it on the screen you want to pause.
Oh, wait, here. Come on. It's coming, guys. That was terrible, but my
Oh,
listening time was 19,926 minutes.
dang, you couldn't pull in the extra 74
Nope, couldn't make it to
to make it
20,000.
20,000?
I could not.
Well,
And I
listen, you
listened
have
to a
you have through the end
lot,
of the year theoretically.
technically. Like, what has my listening been since this recap came out?
Yeah. Who
You know,
knows?
I always thought that was interesting that people they like did recaps or they did the Spotify, whatever wrapped, but it's not even the end of the year yet. Like it should come out January 1st for
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Like they don't even go all the way to the end of the year. So how can that be accurate?
Okay, mom.
I'm just saying, how can it be accurate? Anyone know? I'm sure someone knows. Maybe
S-
they only do it in like December 1st and from December 1st of 2025, like 2024 to 2025. Maybe that's how they do it. I don't know. But yeah,
What
19,926 minutes.
what was your number one song?
Well, my number one song was Breathing Underwater
Wow.
by Hot Milk.
You
Imagine
want
that.
want to guess what mine was?
I don't
It's by
know.
a band that we had on.
Oh, Census?
No, it was Kundalini by Deadlands.
Wow. How many times did you listen to that song? Does it
It
tell
says
you that?
you listened for 214 minutes.
Okay. I'm trying to think if mine would say my top tracks. Yeah. What did it say in that? How many minutes I listened to Breathing Underwater? Breathing Underwater says you listened for 102 minutes.
Amateur.
Amateur, I guess.
I'm
Amateur.
in the top 2% of listeners for Kundalini. And then I have my top five that it's putting out.
I'm
Hold on.
sorry to
Does it go
disappoint
through
you.
them? It does. Okay. My top five songs for the year. This is all over the place. So Kundalini, Bad Dreams by Conquer Divide, King for a Day by Pierce the Veil, Black Ops by The Pretty Wild, and New Way Out by Poppy.
Poppy tracks, because you were on a poppy kick for a little while.
I just listened to that song before we started recording.
Imagine that. See, add that to
Crazy.
your minutes that have not ended because it's not the new year yet. See? That's what I'm saying. I want to know. I want to know these analytics. Someone tell me the YouTube analytics and when they start this countdown.
Someone knows somewhere.
So did like my new recap start on December 1st? Like my 2026 recap is going to be December 1st, next 2026. Is that how that goes?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'll write YouTube and ask.
All right. Who was your top artist?
My top artist?
Yeah,
Oh, well, my top artist was Hot Milk.
Hot Milk. Mine was Poppy. It says I listened to 752 minutes and I was in the top 0.5% of Poppy listeners on YouTube.
Poppy listeners. Yeah, I think Hot Milk was my top. Yeah. How many minutes did I? What did it say about Hot Milk? 901 minutes. It's a lot of minutes for one artist. I mean, technically, I'm all over the board too, though, sometimes, like with these, because I listen to so much stuff. And I listened 87, it says 87 different days to be exact.
Wow. Mine was more than that. Mine was for Poppy. 118.
Yeah, how many different artists did you listen to?
I listened to 559.
726.
Wow. I wonder what the average is for people.
See, because sometimes though I just turn on like the Discovery or once a playlist I have finishes or something, it just starts playing random bands.
Right,
And
right.
so I'm like, oh, that's how I find other artists that I get into, kind of like when we did that episode where we were talking about new artists to us and stuff, and I was like, oh, archetypes collide and stuff. Or Block of Flats, which I want to talk to you about them. I kind of want to see if they'll come on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are your top five according to YouTube Music?
Well, should I name off my top songs first? Because you already mentioned yours.
Oh yeah, do your top songs.
Okay, so we already talked that Breathing Underwater was number one. Then you got Chemistry by Siamese, Pull Me Under by Senses, Eye Against Me by Soft Spoken, and Oblivion by also Soft Spoken.
Interesting. All
I
up in that
know.
soft
Kevin was
spoken.
excited that I had two soft spoken songs
Yeah.
on my top. He even liked it. He was all like, "Yeah, hell yeah." But yeah, are we going through more of the top artists now?
Yeah, let's go through your top five artists.
Okay, so we already said Hot Milk. And then I have Windwalkers is number
Mm,
two, which I got really into them after, well, before and after. I've been kind of into them. I listen to a lot of them. They pop up on my playlists all the time when I do like the super mix or whatever.
hmm
And a lot of their stuff plays. But I mean, I saw them at our last night's show, and yeah, I mean, they were really good. I've been really into them, so I've been listening to them more. Uh, and number three was Siamese, which I've been obsessed with. I was so excited to have him on the podcast, Mirza,
hmm
because that was fun to have him on. Even though we had to kind of like bleep that one part in the episode, I was like, yeah, we should probably bleep that just for funsies. But then number four was Aurora Wave, which is crazy. It's like I feel like some of my tops are people we've had on just because I've listened to their songs so much,
Right.
just to prepare ourselves for interviews. But also then I kind of get down a rabbit hole, I think
hmm
sometimes on them. And then number five was Dayseeker,
Okay.
which kind of tracks since I also had them in my top five albums. Well, my top seven.
Mine isn't that much of a surprise. Number one, of course, Poppy. Two is Conquer Divide. Three is Deadlands. Number four goes to Charlotte Sands. And number five is Spanish Love Songs.
Yeah, you've been really into Spanish love songs lately.
hmm I'm actually surprised Spanish Love Songs didn't overtake Poppy.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Maybe you just listen to Poppy way more than.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what my recap was last year. Because I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, I feel like Conquer Divide was on there that last year
Yeah.
because we went and saw them live and I saw them twice in the 1 month. I bet I still have a screenshot on my phone from last year.
Probably.
But whether or not I could find it, good luck. I have 1,300 screenshots in my screenshots folder.
Jesus.
I screenshot a lot of stuff because I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, screenshot. And then I never delete it. I actually started going through them. Does anybody else have
Same.
that problem? Like, do you screenshot like everything so you have a bazillion screenshots in one folder? I mean, I just had general have a bazillion, you know, pictures on my phone.
So now I'm curious about this next one, the musical passport, and it tells you where the artists are from that you listen to.
Yeah,
I'm curious what yours say. I have 161 from the US, 23 from the UK. I'm going to get back to my number three in a second. I got 12 from Canada and 9 from Australia. I surprisingly have 17 from Mexico. And I'm going
I
to
know.
explain why I have 17
He's
from
17
Mexico.
from Mexico, guys.
So I had a Cinco de Mayo party and we had mariachi music on and we let it just kind of play. So that explains why I have 17 artists from Mexico.
It's funny that that would be like enough, though, just one night to mess up your passport, your musical passport. I have 138 artists from the United States, and then 13 from Canada and 10 from the UK. But I
Okay.
feel like I've listened to a lot of Australian bands last year,
Yeah.
so I'm surprised that Australia wasn't on the list.
Now, did it give you your podcast listen tos? Like your favorite podcasts?
No,
No.
it did not.
It's the
It's
one after.
JAMXP, duh.
Oh. Mine's not.
Honestly, I
Uh,
hardly listen to podcasts that much anymore.
yeah, mine is all Good Mythical Morning, Ear Biscuits.
It's kind of sad because I did listen to like Lead Singer Syndrome a lot, but the only time I listen to podcasts is if we're like researching for like an interview and I listen to other interviews because I don't want to ask the same questions or I want to ask certain questions like a different way or have a different take when we ask them because I don't like to be, that person that asks all the same questions to someone.
Right.
That's what we try to do. That's why we try to make our interviews more like conversations than interviews because I don't want everyone gets bored with all the same stuff all the time. We
Yeah.
change it up. We try to make it different. Hey, we've been told many a times that people enjoyed our their time on our podcast. So if anyone knows any bands that would want to come on our podcast, send them our way.
So now the next one I'm curious about because I think this one is formulated based on if you click the full album to have it play, it says you had these albums on repeat. What are yours?
My album's on repeat
Yeah.
in my YouTube thing?
Yeah.
In what section?
It's
My top
after,
albums?
yep, it's
I
after
listened
the
to
Explore.
36 albums. I listened to 36 albums. Apparently, this is so weird. Like it says that my top album I had on repeat was Hands Like Houses,
I think you have to click on like the actual album for it to, instead of like a song and like just tell it to play a song. So
which is funny. It
interesting.
only says I listened for like 64 minutes. So
Okay.
it must have been like a new album or something, or an album I hadn't listened to.
Yeah, mine are interesting. Negative Spaces by Poppy is number one, not surprised. But all the other ones I barely, I mean, I would look for songs. So there was a local Syracuse band that played like a reunion show, and two of their albums are around here. So I have All the Things You Said and Standing Room Only by Long Since Forgotten. I have Game Boy by Haunter, and then I have Omen by A Virtue.
Yeah. Well, my other ones were, I don't even know, Pantheon by Dance Gavin Dance. I don't honestly remember listening to that. I might have listened to it once one day because it had come out. And some days at work, I'll just put on new albums when they come out. Uh, I Need a Miracle by Tomorrow's June. That's on
Hmm,
my list, number three. And then Corporation POP by Hot Milk. And then number five was Life in Dreaming by Hidden in Plainview. But
nice.
that's because, I was going to that reunion show, that
Yeah.
anniversary show. So I wanted to brush up on my Hidden in Plainview before I went.
And then what does it say your top genres are?
My top genre is rock.
39% rock for me.
41% rock
Uh,
for me.
25% indie.
I'm 28% heavy metal.
I got 20% heavy metal, and then I have 7% pop.
I have 20% indie, 5% pop music, and 1% J-rock. I don't know where the J-rock came from, but
Uh,
maybe that 1OK or whatever, 1OK rock, is that what they're called? I do like
maybe.
J-rock. I forget. I don't know. I don't know who I would have listened to. That would have been J-rock, but
I don't know. That's actually the last piece of info that they give us.
oh,
Yep.
the last piece of info.
Yeah.
Oh, in our
Yeah, in our
recap.
recap.
Oh, well, that's it then. Bye.
That's where I'm gonna cut it right there. Well, that's it then. Bye. Uh,
See you later. I'm Irish goodbying. I don't do that. I'm a Midwest goodbyer. Ask about your year. You could ask about your year. What was my musical aura this year? It's getting my answer. Oh my gosh. It says your 2025 aura. Melodic mayhem.
Hold on, let me get mine.
You were a high tension cable bouncing between the infectious pop punk energy of Hot Milk and the raw, dramatic intensity of Dayseeker. You treated your ears to a heavy metal mosh pit that secretly had a velvet rope entrance.
Invent 5 new genres to describe my taste. All right, we've got eyeliner screamo, angst pop perfection, post breakdown core, heavy mainstream, and caffeinated chaos. I like caffeinated chaos.
Caffeinated chaos. Is what one did you click on? The same one I did?
I don't think we have the same ones.
I don't think so either. When I go on the musical aura one though, it does ask me if I want to know like what animal matches my music taste. Now I need to know what animal matches my music taste. Are we keeping all this in? Because this is just silly.
Yeah. Guess my zodiac sign based on my listening.
Apparently, I'm the mighty orca. I'm an orca. I'm an orca whale. Your
It
taste for high energy rock from artists like Hot Milk and Siamese suggests you navigate the deep waters of emotion with power and precision. You rise to the surface for epic choruses, but always dive back down for the heavy riffs.
well, according to this, it thinks my zodiac is a Scorpio based on what I listen to.
Yeah, you're like a frickin' Beastie Boys song.
What else?
Hey, I'm not lying. That Scorpio is in that. Isn't that part of that's part of a Beastie Boys song? My zodiac sign is a Scorpio. Isn't that what it is? Oh, what? Write a haiku about my listening. Ooh, what's my haiku about my listening? Hot milk chaos, guitar riff, meteor shower, Silverstein whispers. I don't know that people want to listen to this crap, but maybe. How come I want to know what zodiac I am?
How did my listening change over the year? Your listening was a ship shifting tides. Early on, you were deep into the metalcore waves of Conquer, Divide, and Poppy. But the second half, the emo pop punk of Real Friends and Spanish love songs steered the vessel, a truly epic voyage.
Truly epic voyage.
Word.
The mythical creature I am, based on my musical tastes for the year, is the Chimera.
Chimera?
Chimera, I don't know.
Sure. Oh, Chimera. Oh,
Like Mark Chimera from the Packers.
oh gosh.
Uh, that man. No.
Chimera.
No Mark Chimera. No. Naughty. Chimera. Hey, I mean, it starts with a CH. How am I supposed to know the H is like silent?
Uh, I'll do one more. How would a cowboy describe my listening? Howdy, partner. Your 2025 listening is wilder than a stampede. You got Conquer, Divide, and Deadlands tearing up the prairie, then Poppy rides in like a chrome-plated cactus. It's high noon. It's a high noon duel between heavy guitars and sweet sonic dust. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. This doesn't, oh. It's saying I have Aries energy for my zodiac, but
Hmm.
I'm not an Aries.
It got us both wrong.
I know. How dare it? How dare it? My listening as a weather report. What? This just goes on and on, man. This is fun. Your 2005 musical forecast. A hot milk heat wave brought intense sunshine and sugary high energy.
Sun sign? Sun sign.
Sunshine,
There you go.
sunshine, and sugary high energy. Then a Siamese moon. Sorry, I can't. Then a Siamese monsoon rolled in with heavy guitars and unexpected breakdowns. Overall, 100% chance of high volume catharsis with mosh pit humidity settling in by midnight. fuck?
I don't know.
What in
These
the
are
what?
bad. We should end this. This is
We really should.
slightly embarrassing for YouTube.
Well, I mean, we don't have to keep, we can cut it at me being like, bye still. So this is just for our fun.
Ain't it fun?
How did my listening change over the years? See, now I'm getting ones that you had. It looks like your musical spaceship stabilized after a high energy launch.
Your musical spaceship.
Stabilized after a high energy launch. You kicked off the year with a heavy metal and rock deep dive featuring artists like Siamese. But by the end, Hot Milk took the wheel, proving that sometimes you just need a smooth, rock solid cruise. Yeah.
Love it.
This is craziness. We should have just done a whole episode of reading these things.
That's a next episode. AI.
Reading all these AI things. You didn't just listen to your favorites. You moved in with 35 spins of Hot Milk's breathing underwater and 29 plays of Siamese's chemistry. You clearly found the gems and put them on serious, delightful repeat.